No. No, I always have to do that. Yes, guys. Hey, AY. How far now? Happy lockdown, you know? Hope you're doing well. Good. Yes. How's it going? Nice. So no football tomorrow now, as per grassroots football's all stopped. The family is well, thanks. Thank you very much. Wow. Good. Oh, yeah, because there's lockdown for grassroots football, so no football for we amateurs. Good. Yes, my guest is here. So yes, we're about to talk to. I'm talking today. I'm talking with RMD. And he's the honorable representative of Oshodi Solo, Lord help me, constituency. Yes, representing PDP. So he's going to share some more insights with us in terms of the current unrest that rocks the nation, and what his insights are, and obviously because he's a youth leader, what the way forward for the youths in Nigeria are, and what we in the diaspora could do to keep on pushing the right narrative for change in Nigeria. Yes, my boy is in here, Montel. I always say, follow Monts. Yep. Follow Monts, follow his music channel, you know. But let me add let me add RMD first. Yes, and then yes. Honorable. I salute you. Yes. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you, Richie.
Oh, 1 minute.
Richie.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
Okay, let me just turn down the volume of the TV.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I was actually watching the
Yes,
update.
all eyes on Donald Trump now. all eyes on Donald Trump.
I don't even want to miss any bit of it. I've been watching it since yesterday.
I'm telling you, Donald Trump is behaving like Idi Amin. He's behaving like
that guy is not a politician anyway, so I don't blame him. He's not a politician. He don't know nothing about politics.
I'm telling you, he's a sad loser. That's basically what he is.
As a politician, you should be ready to accept defeat or be ready to welcome victory at any point in time.
They've already said they're going to force him out. So they're going to get the military to force him out of the White House. So.
No, he's going to leave. They don't even need the military.
Yes. So good evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Good evening, sir.
So let me just have a quick monologue. So obviously, these conversations. So I just want to pin this. These conversations, guys. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Obviously, however the numbers are, it's not a numbers game for me, but yeah, it is. But then again, we're just trying to continue to push the right narrative for change in Nigeria off of the back of the current unrest, which we know gathered worldwide recognition all across the country and technically all around the world.
Yeah.
We don't want it to just be comme c'est, comme ça, and then it just be swept underneath the carpet. You know, we want to continue to put our foot on the pedal so that we're always pumping gas, even when they're about to relax. You know, they know that there's always someone at their back, and there's someone that they're accountable to. And when I say they, I'm talking about our leaders.
Our leaders, yeah.
Yes, because most of the things that we are suffering today are as a result of the mismanagement of the leaders that we've put in place.
Result of their negligence.
Yes, negligence, mismanagement, selfish interest, corruption, to say the least, you know, and just only me and myself attitude. So obviously, as Fela says, we used to suffer and smile before, but no more, you know.
Enough is enough.
And there's some people that had seen this beforehand, likes of our guest today, Mr. RMD, because he's been on this political tip before the SARS arrest even started. You know, but we will come there, and I'll let him, you know, explain his journey to you.
Okay.
Basically, we just want to keep on pushing this narrative, and it's not only about SARS; it's about anything that we could do from where we are to start making Nigeria great again.
To make Nigeria work again, yeah.
Yeah. We are the youths, you know. Yes, we might have representatives there, but out here, you know, we can still do what we have to do. You know, we've got a big voice. Our remittance that we remit back home is almost, if not, is almost a third of the national, you know, GDP. So that's a lot. If you're remitting a third of your money into anybody's economy, you definitely have a say there, you know. And as time goes on, we're going to be pushing for even votes for people in the diaspora if we haven't relocated back home. But when the likes of RMD like this, when they sort out the, you know, then all of us have chance to. So thanks for Muiwa. We probably call him RMD, but his name is Muiwa Honorable. Let's always put that there. Owadara, you know. Again, Atekpeni, they are abroad, so maximum pronounce but so welcome. I don't know how long it will take. You know, we're just going to ask you certain questions, structured questions about what happened, about yourself, what happened, you know, how you think there's a way forward, and hopefully what your advice is for the way forward. So let me welcome you once again, and everyone else watching. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, I've said who you are, but tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. T. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but if you could pump up your volume just a little bit more, that'd be okay, Shafa.
Is it better now?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just shut my window, because it might be because my window is open. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. There you go.
Is it better now?
Yeah, better, yeah.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Mr. T, thank you so much for this program. Thank you so much for inviting me. I know we have a lot to speak about today, and I'm actually ready because I've jotted down all the questions.
Yeah.
And I've got all the answers for you as well.
Correct.
Before I proceed, my name is Honorable Olumuyiwa Owadara, also known as RND. So let me just speak a little bit about myself. I'm a politician. I'm a businessman as well. I'm into entertainment in UK as well. I invest in entertainment in UK. I used to run a bar called Yolo Bar in Bromley, but it's under renovation right now. So
shout out to all the Bromley lights. You know, we're actually neighbors.
So a politician under the umbrella of my great, wonderful party, People Democratic Party, which is the PDP. I contested for the last election, 2019. And my constituency is Oshodi Solo Federal Constituency, which I represent the constituency, and I'm the face of Oshodi, the youth leader. And I'm also the CEO of RMD Entertainment and also the CEO of RMD Foundation back home in Nigeria, where I use my platform to help the less privileged and the youth in my constituency to encourage them to keep doing more and also inviting them more to, partake more in politics. So that's a brief information, introduction about myself.
Okay.
So we can now proceed.
Okay. So I want to just quickly pull you a little bit on that, just so that I could, expand your wings a little bit more.
Okay.
You can't, I know you're trying to be humble, but you're not really humble. You can be prouding. You only are prouding. So, okay. So I'm going to take it one by one, just based on what you said. So you contested 2019 under the umbrella of PDP.
Yes.
What exactly did you contest for? Just for our viewers.
Yes.
Huh?
Basically, I contested for Lagos State House of Assembly, Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, because we have two constituencies in Oshodi. So I contested for Lagos State House of Assembly.
Okay. So is that the one that Ariyo is now, Bolaji Ariyo, is that the one who he's now the chairman? Was it a chairman?
No,
is it a
Ariyo is the local government chairman of Oshodi.
Local government chairman.
Yeah, okay. Because in Oshodi Solo, we have two constituencies, constituency 1 and 2, but Ariyo is the local government chairman.
Okay,
so I contested for House of Assembly, but by God's grace, 2023, I'm contesting for Federal House of Representatives.
Okay, straight. Catapulting to the big level.
I have done the foundation already.
Yes. Okay. Again, just for clarity, because, some of us who are not really partisan or political minded, we don't know how the structures of the political parties in Nigeria, the houses, house, the House of Assembly, House of Representatives and stuff at state level. We probably have an idea of how it works at Senate level, but at state level, to make it a little bit clear for everyone, Desmond Elliott has been trending now. Yeah, we know he represents one area like Surulere. What you So what you contested for on par of what Desmond Elliott is representing. Yeah. What is the comparison? Would it have been in like the same thing?
What I contested for was the same thing he contested for.
But just in a different
election. Let's put that straight. I actually won my election.
Yeah, but we know
how what happened by the
don't start sounding like Donald Trump now. Don't start
nothing like Godfatherism in politics anymore in Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what you and Desmond contested for is actually the same thing
for the same thing.
Different. Okay, so that makes it clear. So if they had allowed you to go in, so to say, that's where we would have been seeing you.
Yeah, we would have been in the same house. Maybe I'll be one of the people that will tell him to keep quiet. What you're saying was rubbish. I'll be one of the people that will put him straight, like, what you're saying is rubbish. You cannot be speaking of Nigerian youth and be calling them kids.
Yes. So we're gonna come to that, but I just wanted to clarify that. Okay. So which makes you the face of Oshodi, and face of Oshodi. We're talking for your own party, which is the People's Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Right. And then coming to the one that we all know you for, before you even decided to go to. I know you mentioned YOLO Bar, but a lot of people don't know you. We, the Bromley Lights, we know you in YOLO Bar. Yeah. What did people really know you for in the UK? That RMD Entertainment, what was the major thing that it did on the yearly basis?
The RMD Entertainment, then, because I'll be honest, I stopped entertainment because of politics.
Correct.
Back then, I was proper in entertainment. We run clubs, show in the clubs every last month. I invest in a lot of events going on in the club. And every year we normally go to the beach.
This was your signature
That's
event.
my signature. RMD annual summer barbecue beach party.
Correct.
Which I did that for good 8 years in a row.
Unfailingly.
It was
in fact, when you didn't do it, we knew something had happened. We were not happy.
When I stopped the beach party, people started calling me RMD one more, and I told them I'm sorry because of the person I am right now. I've changed.
And the only thing that's constant is change in life.
Change, yeah. So the dream has changed from entertaining people to facing reality and to make sure we create a change in our constituency, in our country, Nigeria. So that's the reason why I had to stop the entertainment business.
Excellent. Well done. So that just clarifies that little intro there, you know. So that sounds really good, and I've been a friend, and we've literally grown up in this town together. So yes. I know all these things. I know the involvement and the steps that you've taken, but many people might not know it. And again, when this video goes on different platforms, people might just want to know who's this, because you contested, and in a way they did not allow you to go in, so it's easy for people to get forgotten that who. So in a way, it continues to bring you to the forefront, and then with that introduction, it also gives a background to who you are, and all these are verifiable. They're not photoshopped, and they're not.
It's our antecedent, what we've done, and people
exactly. So, political affiliations. We know you, as you mentioned in your intro, you're in PDP. I mean, there's two major parties, as we know. There are many parties, but there are two major parties.
Two major parties, which is the PDP and the APC.
What exactly spurred you that, whether it's the ethos, the people in there, the godfatherism, because anyone who's young like yourself, who's going into politics, would tend to want to go under a ruling party, which is APC and stuff like that. Why did you choose to go on the umbrella
APC, of PDP? Thank you so much for that good question. You see, as a politician, I've been in politics for years, actually. For the past more than 6-7 years, I've been in politics. So I've been thinking of, I want to contest. So what I did, I checked my constituency. And most politicians, they don't do that. I checked the background of my constituency, regardless of the ruling party in my state. So I went to my constituency, I did my report, checked everything. Then I realized that 80% of the people voting in my constituency, they support PDP. They are diehard of PDP. They can die for PDP. And regardless of that, because one thing I believe in life, even though if everybody in my constituency, if they're supporting PDP or APC, I can go to NRC, I will still change their mind. Because I believe in myself, and it depends on the person I am. That will tell us what people will do when it comes to election. So when I checked everything, and I realized in my constituency, PDP, my constituency is stronger of PDP. And I checked APC party as well in my constituency. Their way of politics is not encouraging at all. They don't give room for the youth. They're too secretive. They don't play politics in a way to encourage you. For example, you may be spending your money for good 3 years, thinking you're going to go for primary election. And 3 months to a primary election, you will just see one signal from Bodilon, the Baba Sokpe, you have to step down. Then I check where I came from, which is London. I said to myself, hold on 1 minute. If these people are playing this kind of politics, why would I want to go and put my head in a place, regardless of my talents my skills, my knowledge, my strength in politics. Why would I go and put myself under the umbrella of people that are not exposed? They are still playing politics of 1960. So I checked both, and I checked PDP. So I choose PDP for two reasons. Number one, PDP, they've got a platform and they've got a structure in Oshodi. And to win any election, you need two things: platform and structure. So that's the reason why I went to PDP instead of going to ruling party. I even love challenge. I want to face who is there. I love challenge. I want to face who is there and to show them that I have everything it takes to challenge you, win you, and do it better than you.
Okay, excellent. So with all of that, what did you think you brought differently to that constituency?
Constituency, yeah.
Yeah, like, which is different from, obviously we know how politics works
doing,
in Nigeria, and for whatever reason you're not sitting on the seat. But what exactly do you think you brought differently, or what are the issues that you saw as obstacles that we're not taking care of, or that we're taking care of in a way where you thought is not up to par, and then if I get in, I would have been able to do this a little bit better?
Okay, what I did differently when I started my when I started my campaign, I started early. The last election was 2019. I started 2016. I went to few primary schools. I started giving souvenir.
We saw that.
Yeah, I started giving souvenir. I was speaking to all the headmasters, all the teachers. Let me know what you need. I tried my best. I did some. Then I opened my constituency office. Then people started calling me, RMD, what exactly are you contesting for? Are you going for governor? Then I said to them straight that, listen, in 3 years' time, I'm coming for rep. And but this is 2016. I said, yeah, that's how I play my politics. I don't play politics of 1 year to election. I will come, I will fool you people, give you peanut, get in the office, then run away with your resources. But no, let me start now so that you people will get to know the kind of person I am. You know my character. You will know if I'm coming to serve you people or I'm coming to take your resources and go away. But glory be to God, for the good 3 years, it was tough, but I tried my best. I did everything different. I even gave all the politicians in Oshodi, I gave them a good race. They started running that. How can we catch up with this guy? He's been spending 3 years to election. That's the reason why I was supposed to go for House of Rep. But signal from Abuja, due to one reason or the other, I had a sitting rep member there. So they gave him the ticket and they told me to step down for assembly. I told them, no, I don't want assembly. I'm going back to London. But to cut the long story short, I was given assembly tickets while I was even sleeping in London. And my name was on INEC list, the RMD. No, because of your antecedents, what you've done in this great party PDP, no way, you must contest this election. So I called my godfather, but the chief body judge that, Dad, are you being serious? I say, yes. So that's exactly what I believe I did different. And that's what helped me. That was actually what built my foundation in politics in Oshodi. Starting early.
Okay, excellent. And with all of that, you're within yourself, you're satisfied that you did everything that could be done in terms of running your race to where you ought to have gone. You know, because sometimes you do things and you think, I've done it half-heartedly, or you know, I could have done better, you know. But success, they say, is the satisfaction of knowing that you've done everything that you could do to be capable of everything that you can be. So in a way, do you have that sort of have a testimony within your heart that this race, I ran, I'm complete?
Mr. T, up to date, I'm still thanking God and I'm still praising myself. The RMD, you did well. So I'm proud of myself in politics today. And that's what's speaking for me in PDP, Lagos State today. I'm part of the people that can give speech that no, we don't want this thing. Yes, we want that. That this person, no way, is not coming to. We are not going to. He's not going to get the ticket because of my antecedent, what I've done. So I'm happy with everything I've done
Excellent.
in PDP,
So
in politics so far.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so nice. We know the journey, but it's good for everyone else to know the journey. And I know you're a man of your word, so there's nothing there that's been audified, like fine-tuned.
People can see.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good. At this point, it's good to just use that where you were to sort of divert into where we want to go and where we want to talk about. Oshodi Solo.
Yeah.
We know it. That I don't even know how to say constituency.
Constituency.
So I would just say that area. You know, that area.
Just call it local government.
Okay, there you go. LGA, local government.
Local government. Yeah.
That local government, we've known it. Yeah. For the proper hoodlums in the whole. Because when we're talking about hoodlums in Nigeria, there's Isale and there's probably Surulere, and then there's Oshodi. Oshodi is so visible because they used to, before they demolished the motor park, they used to have that massive motor park on Oshodi Oshodi Sale, and that's where the whole of the, and many people might not know, but my own grandma, like my mom's mom, her house was in Bolade Oshodi for Iwaju Railway. From we grew up till now, the house is still there. So we're vested people in Oshodi. We have property in Oshodi and stuff like that. So that being said, and with SARS doing what they do, whilst you were contesting, or whilst you were in Nigeria, or any time that you, have you had any of your constituents? You know,
the
people of your area, your constituents. Have you had any of them report any of the misconducts or brought to you any of the misconducts of the SARS police officers whilst you were there?
To be honest with you, when I was in Nigeria before the lockdown, 2 of my boys got arrested in my constituency, and they called me immediately. They know me in few police station in Oshodi. Once you get there, just tell them you are from RMD, Honorable RMD is my brother. So once you call, I'll just ask and I'll speak. I don't even need to speak.
What's happening here? Yes. Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, it might have been my internet. I don't know. But so go ahead. You said that you're known in many police stations. Once people get there.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So anytime I'm around, even though if I'm not around, I do receive call. WhatsApp call. Should they release them? That's what I've been doing. I've actually witnessed a lot. Even while I was in Nigeria around the election time, few people would get arrested. I'll just make a phone call straight to the police station. Mr. Mr. So, yeah, they're my people. You have to release them. And I'll be honest with you, the DP will be like, sorry, Honorable RM, okay, no problem, they are your boys. They will release them. They will let them go.
But what is it that they tell you they're getting arrested? Because it's not about if the SARS arrest criminals, you know, probably Yahoo boys or whatever, is all right. But when the minute you start to use the same brush to paint everyone as, you know, an illegitimate child, put it that way, or so, that's where the issue is. So your people that you've represented, have they been people who were actually sort of sold to say in Nigeria you're not innocent until you're proven guilty. You're guilty once
basically,
you're arrested.
The only people I get involved and pull my string to make sure I get them out, I'll first check. I'll call my PA straight. Hello, Mr. Alaba. Okpaoya, somebody just called me now. Can you do your research quick? I need a report within 10 minutes maximum. And he knows everybody in Oshodi anyway. He's a popular guy. He will just call me straight. Don't get involved. I won't get involved.
So you had instances where they've told you not to get involved?
No, that means the person actually he has committed a crime. That's the reason why he got arrested. And once my PA called me, sir, don't get involved, I will never get involved. But once my PA come back with a report that we have to get on this, they actually got this boy arrested in front of his house when they started rating people in a wrong way. Then I'll make my phone call, or I'll even drive down there and make them listen, this person, you have to release them. They're from my constituency, they're my people, and I know them very well. Without paying 1p, they will release them and let them go.
So in that case, because then you see what you said is two sides of the same coin. So do you in a way do you actually agree with the job SARS were doing, but it's just that we all disagree in how they were carrying out the job?
To be honest with you, you see SARS in Nigeria. Let's say we have the good ones and we have the bad ones. And you know, wherever you have a group of people and you can find the bad ones and the good ones, people will definitely tag every one of them as bad. And that's the thing that is denting the word SARS in Nigeria.
One bad egg spoils the whole bunch.
Yeah, the bad ones, I don't even think maybe they think of tomorrow or they have IQ. The way they move, the way they do things, as if nothing is going to happen. So those are the ones spoiling the good job, the good ones that are doing. For example, I have a friend of mine works. He was actually in the SARS division before, but he's now working on the IRC now. Because you know we have
what is IRC, if you don't mind?
IRC, that's another department of the police force.
Police force.
That's where Abakari.
Okay.
Stronger Abakari heads that department. When my friend was working on that SARS, if I call him straight, Mr. Michael, something happens to place, this and that is okay. Don't worry, send your PA. I'll send my PA. The guy will get report. And the guy will go there, he will make sure they get them arrested, sort everything, and everything will be fine.
Get them released, you meant?
Yeah, those are the good SARS.
Okay.
Because of all this police brutality and everything going on, that's the reason why you will never see people talking about the good side of them. And I don't blame people, because we can see everything going on social media. How can you tell me because somebody doesn't want to show you the password to just a phone that belongs to them, not your phone, and the next thing you must pull a trigger? That is enough for people to just scrap the good one and the bad one. People will just join them together. So I'm not blaming people for condemning SARS. But like I said earlier, we have the good ones and we have the bad ones.
But I had this conversation with Wale, one of my guests last week, and we sort of got stuck on this point as well, because it's not really the bad egg that spoils the whole bunch. Is the fact that the one that goes out knows that when he goes out and he commits that atrocity, even if it's all painted again around social media, his DPO, whoever he's answerable to, is not going to say nothing. He's not going to be accountable because they've been given the...
That's part of the problem we are having in Nigeria. Until when people now come to social media, they start retweeting, people start talking about a particular person, that is when you will now see the DPO or the IG start making reports, or this person is going to be banned, he's going to face the crime. Do we need to come to social media before you guys need to checkmate? Because in police force, we have different section, different structure. There's three structure in police force. We have the command/authority structure, the administration structure, and we have the organization structure. These are the three structure of the police force that checkmates on daily basis what exactly is happening in the police force before they even get back to people, before coming out to protect the people. These are the three structure that they're supposed to follow each day. But my question is the structure functioning in Nigeria? Capital, no. And that's why you see the reason why most of all these stars and most of all these police, they will abuse people, maltreat people, and they will still get away with it. But when people start coming out, that's when you will now start seeing the IG, okay, you're going to put him in order, you're going to sack him. And things is not supposed to be that way. But thank God for the youth for standing up, saying enough is enough. Maybe because of what happened, maybe that would make them to change.
In your constituency,
yeah.
What? So I know we have Area F, and I think that covers the Ikeja also. Does that
Area
cover
F
your?
covers the Ikeja. Area G and Area F covers the Ikeja.
So what police station covers your area?
We have Makinde Police Station, we have Akipelu Police Station, and there's another police station by the airport base. So we have three police stations.
And then who? Okay, yeah. And then who? What is the rank of the person who heads that whole area? Is that a DPO?
Each police station have its DPO.
So
the DPO of each police station answers for everything that happens.
So all the SARS officers that come out of Makinde police station are
basically
under...
there's no. You see, let me tell you how SARS work. SARS is Special Anti-Robbery Squad. They are another unit in the police force, like the way we have the CID.
Yeah.
That works in Alagbon.
Okay.
Everybody know that if you need any CID, you go straight to Alagbon. If you need to go to meet or police college in Ikeja, and if there's anything like robbery, maybe there's a signal is coming that there's going to be riot or anything, then that's when you see people start calling SARS, sending signal to them. So SARS doesn't stay in police station. And I believe SARS unit is in Ikeja. Yes, because the last time I visited my friend, before my friend moved from SARS to IRT, I actually visited him in Ikeja. So their unit is in Ikeja. So they have their base. Not that they come out from police station. So they have their base in Ikeja.
So the reason I asked that question was that, in fact, it's good that you gave that answer, because I'm trying to see the root of the problem. Because obviously, where there's no accountability, you know, where your own judge and your own duty, impunity will thrive. You will continue to do as you please, because as you in your own words, there's nobody to checkmate you. Do you understand?
No,
there's nobody. You could do whatever you want to do, and as I said, nobody. So part of it is the fact that they have their own units. They don't even fall under your constituency's DPO or whatever. Neither do they fall on.
This is how SARS work. If they come into my, this is how they work. If they want to come to my constituency to make arrest, maybe somebody has written a petition to them to come and arrest somebody. This is how they work. They will go straight to the nearby police station.
Okay. In
that constituency or in that local government. Once they get to the police station, they will write a report that we are coming to arrest Mr. So in this constituency for so crime. So the police station now will now ask them, do you need me to give you backup?
Right.
So it's left to the SARS to tell them that we don't need your backup. We just need a letter from you, approval letter that yes, we are coming to arrest somebody. So that's how SARS works.
Which they never show, because it's funny you said that again, because most of their arrests is not in the residence. We've known some in the residence. Most of the arrests is just Kabole Danfo and just in a plane
80% of all those arrests, 80% of all those arrests, they are all illegal arrests.
Illegal arrests.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, 1 second. So yeah, so 80% of the arrests are illegal arrests. So that's what I was looking at, because if we could start the conversation around putting them under some form of accountability, just like, and then you made an interesting point as well. Like, they will come to a police station if someone writes a petition. We live in the abroad. I like to say it like that. We live in the abroad. We have different kind of special units. We have Trident for guns. We have the I don't know what they call anti-fraud unit, we have the ones for pedophile and stuff.
Yeah.
But the policeman, the police station, is the forefront of all of those people. So any complaint you want to make, you make to the police. It's the police that delegates the department that will deal with whatever, so if there's a shooting, for instance, in Bromley, I will call the police on a police special number. Hello, police, how can we help?
And they will send the right unit out.
And they will send the right unit out. See, the problem where we have is when people are able to write petitions directly to SARS, then if me, as you said, let's assume, I'm glad you said most police people know you, and not most SARS people know you. So let's say it was the other way around, and you're able to be writing petition directly to SARS. You have the level to carry out impunity as much as you want. Because if someone owe you money, you could just say, okay, SARS, go and carry him, And then they will go to the police station.
And that happens a lot.
There you go. And then they will go to the police station, they will get a letter without being questioned, we just need you to give us a letter. The letter might not go through the right form of authentication and stuff to the very top. And then one clerk just authenticates it, gives it to them, and then the end of that letter, or the end of that whole transaction would be that someone might illegally lose their life, unfortunately lose their life. So these are areas where I think we need to really start talking about in terms of restructuring, because obviously they're bringing in the new set now, the SWAT. So these are things we need to start having conversations about. So if you know that this is this, as you mentioned the other thing, you said the structure, the organization, the structure, the organization
structure, command and authority structure, and organization structure.
An organization structure
of police.
And the framework, in my opinion, the framework of those three structures, they would make anything work if we could only work within those frameworks. It's not enough to just put it on paper. It's about trying to
It's in the police constitution as well. Because I actually read that and I was like, wow. So you see, but my advice on SARS issue is this. And this is the reason why the police needs to wake up and be more active. Anybody can use money and write a petition. For example, let me use myself as an example now. I can call my friend, hello, you are going to so address tomorrow. The guy is owing me money and he's taking the piss. I just want you to carry the person. All I need to do is send small change. And the SARS will just write one petition. Mr. So, you bought a car, you scam my clients, this and that, you are under arrest for so. And they will go to the nearby police station. Police will just sign it and say, okay, don't worry, just go and arrest the idiots. So that needs to stop. If any SARS is coming to your constituency as a police officer, you need to check what is okay. Why are you coming to arrest my citizen? Why are you coming to arrest my people? The police should start seeing people in their constituency as their people. That why are you coming to arrest them? For what? or somebody wrote a petition. Okay, good, no problem. I will sign this petition on a condition. I'm going to come with you to this operation. You will arrest this person. This person is coming to my station to give his own statement and report. Then you cannot take this person away. If we can put that in place, trust me, SARS will stop all this harassment. They cannot just come from anywhere to come and arrest somebody, and because they're giving nearby police letter to sign, and they will take you, and that's the end of that person. The person might not even come back home again.
Anyway, SARS is gone now, so SWAT. So
it's the same thing.
Even it's the same thing, but just for namesake. So, they're the same thing. We all know that they've just been rebranded.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, in a way, you're saying the agitation that the people are having because of all these sort of impunities that is absolutely correct. Yeah, and it's long overdue.
Yeah.
In your own opinion?
In my opinion, yeah.
Is there anything? So they started the riot. We all know how the protests. We all know how the protests went. Yeah. Is there anything that you think personally, in your own opinion, that they could have done better in terms of that protest, throughout that protest, from sort of start to Lekki Gates? Forget the shooting, but from sort of start from the period where they called it the peaceful protest, before they sort of started saying the hoodlums hijacked it. Is there anything you think they could have done better? Okay,
let me speak on the ENDSARS protest. It actually started 10th of October 2020 from Ekwagbo, Ulechi, Delta State. That's where it started from.
Yes.
10th of October. It started from Delta State. And one thing I know about Nigerian youth is this. We are so smart and clever. We picked on things very quick. You see this ENDSARS issue, I'll be honest with you, it's just 1 out of 100 of the problem the youth or Nigerians are facing on a daily basis. Kudos to Nigerian youth. I commend them for the great effort and everything they did from the beginning to the end. I will never blame them for anything. They did a wonderful job. And this is what I've been preaching for the past 3 years, that the youth of Nigeria need to get up, wake up, and let's fight for our rights. I've been speaking to a lot of you that you need to come in politics. Stop looking at me that RMDR, because you have money. I say, it's not about money. You start from somewhere. So I will be honest with you, I will never blame Nigerian youth for everything they did. They did a wonderful job. They spoke. The government had no choice than to bow down to pressure. I'll be honest with you, 80% of them, they couldn't even say nothing. Because why? They know they failed the system. They failed the youth. When the when they started the protest, it was a peaceful protest. The reason why people got upset, I watch most of the things on social media through my boy's page, my friend. His name is Kobagidi. That guy really tried. Kudos to him. He was posting back to back.
Okay. What page? On what page was that?
On Instagram. His name is Kobagidi. He's very good. He was posting back to back everything happening. The guy doesn't even give it. He doesn't even care about the government will come for him or anything. You see, it was a peaceful protest. But when I started seeing some videos, then I can see in Nigerian youth action that people are fed up of this government. You can see in this video that people are actually tired of this government. Even the rich one, they came out to say enough is enough. We are tired of this government. Many of them don't even know how to say it straight that Buhari, you are the problem of this country. Tinubu, you are the problem of this country. Fashola, you are the problem of this country. Sanwo-Olu, you are the problem of this country. I can start counting them. But you can see it through their action that we are tired of you people. You need to go now. And when they started the shooting, what did they expect? You should be clapping and not come back for them.
Okay, let me pause you there, because we're still gonna go there. So you obviously gave us a narrative of the protest that was called peaceful. The one that, because I don't know who is the one who actually determines which one was peaceful or which one was riot, because protest is protest at the end of the day.
Protest is protest.
As far as I'm concerned.
Every part of the world, you don't expect people to start protest. It will lead to anything.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, let me tell you something. You know, 80% of the touts that you see out there looting, they are working for the government. Do you know that? And I can say it here. I'll give you one example. How can Sanwo-Olu now come back and tell me that, yeah, he need 1 trillion for what happened in Lagos State? These people, I think they are mad. Who are they fooling? He need 1 trillion for what? I saw they want to buy maybe 100 buses. How many buses did people want? How many? Not more than 10. Telling me they want to buy one bus for $200,000. I have eBay account. I'm into buying and selling of cars. When I checked it, it was less than 150K. So that means you guys did this thing deliberately. Okay, go and destroy here, burn this place. So after everything, we will push the bill to the house. Even though the speaker there is dummy, the idiot that is there is not doing nothing. Every one of them that are working for that.
It's Obasa now.
It's not even Obasa. I'm speaking of the one in Abuja. What's his name? Bajamila.
Oh, okay. Not Bajamila.
How can you tell me somebody will come from Lagos State and is telling you that you need 1 trillion? The first thing you should tell that person is go back to your state and sort your problem. Go and face your youth and sort your problem. Very shameful. The next thing that they could come up with is budget, 1 trillion budget. Is that what the youth are crying for? So that means they don't even give a heck about the youth. Do you know how many people died there? Telling me you set up something, whatever funds have been to the president is doing a DB, I've set up fund. Really? The same fund you guys set up, you will still scam people and the money will still go back to your godfather.
Okay, so let me, you reached a good point there, because I had a narrative a few days ago, and it's a narrative about this whole process. But remember I was talking about at what point the protest became, we know when it became violent, we know.
Yeah.
It's a part of cause and effect, as we know.
Yeah.
You do an action, or action and reaction. People don't understand the cause and effect. Yeah. So obviously the action was that people were protesting, and the government wanted to, this is the narrative I heard, and the government wanted to dismantle them. And obviously they couldn't. So as you clearly said, the government sent out their own thugs, which we saw in some states.
We saw it. I saw it. I have the video. The government actually sent their thugs to face the youth.
With thugs ferrying, with thugs being ferried by security agents of the government.
Yes.
I mean, what thugs come in SUVs and stuff, and Tamo SUV, like one Tamo Mule.
All those stuff. When I saw them, I was just laughing. That really.
Yeah, but so this narrative is that they unleashed the thugs, not really to disrupt the protest, but to disrupt the protest in a way so that the thugs could now face people's public property, people's private properties. So once they begin to dismantle your property, you don't have time for protests anymore, because at this point you're trying to protect your own. Do you understand what I'm saying? So automatically they've worked on your mindset that
that's the strategy. That's the strategy they use. So that they try to paint the ENDSARS protest. They try to paint it and change the name, and they start calling our whole Nigerian youth touts and hoodlums. Really?
So
whereas
in a way,
you are the one that sends out the touts and hoodlums to disrupt the protest and vandalize me, to destroy people's property. So that you can come with your scam again with another budget to steal what belongs to Lagosian again.
Okay, so in a way, we know at that. Okay, so if we've got to that point where the shooting now took place, and may the souls of everyone who has been demised be rest in peace, and
Amen.
The people got angry, which is what I thought. The people got angry and they began to loot, because once you begin once you begin to kill people, people are going to respond violently.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you saying that the majority of the people who looted after the shooting are not or are government thugs? Just opinion. Not
my opinion. My opinion, let me say it straight how it is. Yeah? Because I have the proof and I can see that the talk came out to attack people, the peaceful protesters. I saw that. So, this proverb in Yoruba, Ajekulano. So please, let's do that mathematics together. Who send the thugs out? When you know that your first assignment, it couldn't work out, then they pull out the second assignment, start destroying properties. And when they started the looting, people that are hungry already, and they saw opportunity that, so this is free food. This is free stuff. To be honest, I'm not supporting that. I didn't support looting. I'm against it. I'm against all the burning, against the fighting, against the killing, against destroying people's property. But who are we to blame? The government. If I have food in my house, I'm okay. And somebody call me now, Richie, can you come to Tesco? People are looting Tesco. I will tell the person, are you mad? To come to Tesco to come and do what? Is Tesco Rolex shop or is Tesco Selfridges? You understand? To come and do what in Tesco? But if you call some people right now, and it will take them like maybe 1 hour to get to that place, that there's free food in this country, people will go. Those are the people that are hungry. So who are we to blame? The government. So the thugs started this looting, this burning and everything. That's why the people, they don't have no choice because of what happened, the killing and everything. They had to join. But I'm against that. So let me just put that.
But do you think if the shooting hadn't taken place, do you think the protests would have really turned violent, and then not giving opportunities for the looters, the government looters, so to say, to spread their wings appropriately like that? If the killing hadn't really taken place, the shooting.
I believe there was no killing. I don't think there will be fighting and killing. The only thing I believe will happen, because when I saw the thugs, the government thugs, when I saw them the first time they attacked people in Alausa, I called my friend SSG. I told him, SSG, guess what's going to happen? This thing is going to turn violent. Because you see these youths, they are upset already. They are ready to face the police. So how many touts, how many government touts can face these people? So I told my friend that means war is going to start soon. So
well, how do you identify which one is the government tout and which one is just a normal looter?
This is how I identify them. the boss that brought them to Alausa was government boss. Everybody saw that on social media. And it's still on social media. The one that happened in Abuja, you saw it, the CID actually followed every one of them to that ground to face, and you saw how many cars they burnt, and they escort them back. They went away. So that tells you the government out and the peaceful protester, the youth, our youth, that went out there to protest. But because of what happened, everything turned upside down. And that happens everywhere in the whole world, not just Nigeria.
Yes.
If there's a riot in London today and the police kill anybody, I'm telling you, nobody will know. Okay, remember, was it not 7, 8 years ago when the police officer killed somebody in North London?
Mark Duggan.
Remember what happened?
Mark
They
Duggan.
burnt a lot of places.
Yeah, that's Mark Duggan.
Places got burnt. They went out there, rob everybody, loot all the shops, loot everywhere. So it's everywhere, not just Lagos or Nigeria. So whenever anything's happen like that, the government should be ready for the consequence.
Okay, so let me bring you back to your own role as a youth leader in because obviously most of these youths, and it's just a diversion, it's not the flow of the question. Most of these youths, even the peaceful ones and the government ones, they've obviously been brainwashed, to an extent that the government could come in and take control of them, or the ones who's hungry could have a friend call them and say, let's go and loot. What's the conversation that you, as a youth leader, would have begin to, if you had the opportunity, would begin to sort of have with them?
Speak to them.
To speak to them in that regard. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was actually having this conversation with my friend yesterday. SSD, Prince SSD, and one of my political friends as well. He's in London now. His name is Umar, one of the PDP strongholds in the northern part of Nigeria.
Okay.
We had this conversation yesterday. In Nigerian politics today, these old people, this cabal, these greedy leaders, these selfish leaders, if they want something good to happen, they come to the youth. They use the youth to get the good thing. What I mean by good thing is this. Winning election is good thing, right? So winning election is a good thing. They will use the youth to steal the ballot box, fight people, spend money on them, make sure this candidate win the election. Who are they using? They are using the youth to do the campaign, to go out there, to preach to people, to cajole people, do all sorts of things to make sure they win the election. Who are they using? The youth. If they want to do bad thing again, to destroy things, who do you think they're using again? The youth. They don't call their children. They will never call any of their children to come out. But they will always call the youth to come out. So basically, what they've been doing is using the youth for the good cause and for the bad cause. My advice to the youth is this. Enough is enough. Stop listening to these selfish leaders. No is no to them. Let's be united. Let's be focused. Let's start doing it right. I've been singing, parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Try to pay our school fees and give us sound education. For how many years? Over 35 years ago. Up to date.
Don't say that, because people will start calculating your age. So
no, they can't even get my age. That's the reason I said over 35 years. You understand? We've been singing this song. And I wrote one article on my Facebook that, oh my God, I remember the first time I sang this song. We are the leaders of tomorrow. My brothers, the people we have here right now are still the same people I saw when I learned that song. So my advice for the youth, enough is enough. These people must not use you anymore as a youth for the bad cause and for the good cause. If you know you cannot contest for election, it's not everybody that will be in politics. But at least you will have a friend, you will have a family. Use all those strength, your enthusiasm to support that person and make sure the person is there. That's how we can make Nigeria work again. By God's grace, for me, I'm not ready to work for any old cabal come 2023 by God's grace. That's the reason why we had a meeting yesterday till 3 a.m. We're still going to have another one today, and we will continue. We want to group ourselves and team up, at least by God's grace, come 2023, the next election, in that green chamber and in the red chamber, we will have a lot, 80% of you to be there. And when we have 80% of you, do you know what's going to happen to the remaining 20% of all these old cabal? They will be forced to leave. Shame we catch them, they will leave, they will resign.
So, in order for that to happen, in order for that narrative or that picture you painted to happen, which is what we're all hoping for, because as you clearly said, we've been singing one song from like
Over
3-4 decades
ago,
and we're still singing the same song, and
our children are singing that song now.
So exactly, and it's ironic that the people who fought for our independence 60 years ago, you know, all of them, that, you know, in one way or another, those that were tied to them, that were in that clique, are still the ones who won the land. Sorry, I had a phone call. Those are in that clique, some way
of the land. Yeah.
Huh? Sorry.
I said they are still the ones eating the milk of the land.
Yeah. So what are the steps that, obviously you're in politics now, what is the number one step that, we know it's a mindset step that you and a visualization step that this is what, you know, I want to do, but what is that one physical step that anyone who's interested in politics, or who's interested in contesting, or who's interested in making a change, so to say, could begin to take from where we are now, or that he can leverage on to?
I like that question. You see, my advice is this: politics. Everybody that's been calling me about politics now, I've been straight to them. Before, I will lie to you that politics is serious. If you know you're not ready, please stay back. Just come and support people that are ready. Politics is a business of, daddy, I'm going on a mission. If you don't see me in 5 years' time, don't cry. Keep praying for me. That is politics. And to win election, because a lot of you have been calling me, IMD, are you coming to this new party? You will win no show, this and that. I'll look at them. I only reply the one I'm supposed to reply. To win election, the first thing the youth needs to put in place is this: structure and platform. Regardless of any party, if you don't have a structure and platform in Nigeria, you're wasting your time. You cannot win elections. What I mean by structure is this. For example, PDP in Oshodu, we have 12 wards: D1, D2, D3, E1, E2, F1, F2. So complete 12 wards in Oshodu.
What exactly are wards? Just so for
wards are, for example, the way we live in Bromley now. From Bromley, your place to my place, that would be like a ward.
Okay.
Yeah. To move forward, going towards Orpington, that would be another ward.
Okay. So geographical areas.
Yeah, basically in a constituency, you may have 5 wards, 10 wards, 6 wards, 8 wards. And the reason why they made it ward is because of election. So that's the reason why each ward Per ward, you may have maybe 30 polling units. And this is the reason why the word structure comes in. If you don't have a structure, who are the people that will go to all those polling units as agents, as canvasser, people that will monitor your election, people that will canvass for you? People, you have more than 5 principal officers on election day per each polling unit. Remember, you have in each ward, you have maybe 30 polling units. So 30 times that 5 in your constituency. You see what I'm saying? Spread. So without your structure, you cannot win this. So the youth that are coming into politics, they should start thinking this now. So that will make them to know that they are coming for business. They are not coming to do fine boy or to dress nice or to showcase that, yeah, I'm the most smart, I can speak English. Politics is more than that. They have to put all this thing in places. That's the word structure. And platform. Remember at the beginning of our conversation, I said something about I checked the background of my constituency.
You did? Yeah.
Who are the people that vote in this constituency? I realized 80% of the people that do the voting in my constituency are non-indigenous. And these are the people, I love them so much, they love me. Anytime they hear IMD, oh my God.
Non-indigenous of where?
Non-indigenous. In non-indigenous, we have the Igbo, we have the Arewa, we have the Awusa. You understand? Most of them live in Oshodi. Because you know Oshodi is a business center that a lot of people have shops there and they live there. So, my constituency, the platform to win there is PDP. But many people don't know this. They keep calling, I'm going to come to APC. I said to come and do what? I should leave a platform and a structure. Party that have a platform and a structure that give opportunity to the young ones, to the youth, to come and show their strength and knowledge in politics. But the ruling party doesn't do that. They don't give youth any opportunity to contest election. I always say it, and they know. Imagine, look at our governor, Sheyi Makinde. The guy is moving so fast, young governor. Compare Sheyi Makinde to Akeredolu, the difference is clear. 7-up, very clear. So let me come back to what I was saying. So my advice for the youth, the 2 things they should put in place, structure and platform. And after that, they should change their mindset from I'm coming to make money. In life, any business you're doing, you will make money if you do it right. And you will go far if you do it good. But if you have it in your mind that, oh, I'm doing this business because of money, you will make peanut. And they will chase you out of the business because you don't have sight of going far. So their mindset should be different from the mindset of all the old cabals. You get? They should change their mindset. Me, I believe I will become governor of one state in that country by God's grace sooner or later.
Amen.
I've always looked beyond House of Rep. I've always looked beyond Senate. And it's possible. I have people in my party. I know people in politics. I have godfathers. I have godmothers. If I pick my phone call to make calls in Nigeria, I know how to pull strings. And what helped me? Because I was focused from the beginning. So this is my advice for the youth. If they know they want to come into politics. But if you know you're not coming into politics, at least have somebody that you're ready to support. You cannot support 3 people with your resources. At least maybe 2 is there. They will remember you. And when they remember, it's not that they will be paying you salary. They will give you what you will be proud of. And you too, you will be forced to join politics or bring people more. For example, now, if you help me in politics, financially, and I get there, I start receiving contracts. And I remember, oh my God, Mr. T. And there's a program I can actually put out for Mr. T to say, okay, he's coming from London. Okay, let him come and speak to the youth or the educated one on the program. You understand? I will finance everything. You too, you will be proud of me that, wow, I'm so happy that I invested in your life. Look at where we are today. Those are the mindsets our youth should start having. No, I'm going there. Can't you see Dino Milai? The guy, he's got 20 cars, he's got watches, he's got this and that. But thank God, I appreciate God today. I'm okay before politics.
Okay, let me pull you on two things here, because you're starting to sound like an old politician. And me, I'm a neutral. I'm on a neutral platform. Two things, just based on what you said, and you can answer. You don't want to answer. I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's not a personal attack whatsoever.
Okay.
First of all, in the what you said makes perfect sense. Structure and you said structure and platform. Very important. Yeah, those two things. Do you think, so it's two questions in one. Do you think the love for people, because a politician, in my own opinion, is a servant to the people, because you have to officially get elected
to the people. It's meant to serve the people,
so you can serve the people. So do you think an empathetic mindset, service to the people, you know, the love to make a change or change it, do you think that's of any importance in terms of mindset when you want to? Because if I know, whoa, I cannot be bothered about this guy, there's no point of me even saying I'm going in there. If I can't be bothered, okay, so the easiest way, if I can't be bothered about the next man and the next man and the next man's welfare, what am I going to do in politics? Because when I get there, I'm still not going to be bothered about their welfare anyway. Do you understand? So if my mindset is not correct in that respect, then even if I get voted in, I'm just going to end up being me, myself, and I, because my mindset wasn't programmed. So do you think that's important, number one? And then number two, in terms of when you get there, in terms of, still on the mindset, in terms of that example that you use, if someone invested in your political ambition and they won, and when you got there and you got contracts, you would want to return a favor to them, which there's nothing wrong. But do you not think, in a way, that that's the same thing these old folks are doing, because they're erasing due diligence? They're not now giving contracts to people who are in a way are credit worthy of that contract, but they're taking contracts and funding people as a reward for, you know, so what's your take on that? I
love the two questions, and I will break it into pieces.
Cool.
Firstly, if you're going there and you know right in your mind that you don't even care about the people, we have politicians like that. But you know what?
First of all, let me just stop you. You care about people because your party, everybody, no matter what, I'm there.
Right now, do you want me to be honest? This December, I've been crying out, God bless me. I'm going to buy another 30 bags of rice for my constituency and family and friends this December. Each bag will cost me 30,000 naira. 30 times 30. So, but I believe God will do that anyway. Let's put that aside. If you know you're going there, and you just want to lie to people to get a vote and get there, I don't care about it. Just going to be me, my family. You know, such politicians, you know what happened to them? They don't stay long in office.
Yeah.
They only spend 4 years. And you know the funniest thing is, that 4 years they will enjoy it. They will make money. After 8 years, go and check them. Nowhere to be found. Everything will go. Because why? What belongs to the people that cried, that fought for you with their blood, with their money? Only you took everything, all the constituency projects. Do you know, as a rep member, do you know how much they make for constituency project? Close to 1 billion. And one rep will not come with be frying pop-off. As constituency project, you'll be doing air. For God's sake, these are the things we are going to change. It cost me nothing as a sitting member of the house not to have library in my constituency. And the landmark will be there, Honorable RMD Library. It doesn't belong to me, it will be for my constituency. That's what I see as projects. I see that as empowerment. Frying pop-off. doing how to do makeup. Is it everybody that want to become makeup artists in Nigeria? Who are we to blame? The same set of people. You know, I'm still on the first question.
Yeah.
So if your mindset is going there to get the votes and fool the people, they will wait for you after 4 years. You can see what's going on social media now. What people are saying to Desmoelians. We are children. Don't worry. We will wait for you. And I love my kids. I love Nigerian kids. He called them kids, Abby. We are kids. They will wait for him. You are calling grown people, well-educated people, people that are doing great for themselves, great youth of Nigeria. You're calling them kids, children. They will wait for you. So that's the first question. You see the second question? That's the same way the whole cabals do their things. Remember, I said, and I quote, that let me give you one example. Okay. For example, Mr. T is my brother.
Yeah.
And when the going get tough, remember only the tough gets going. And Mr. T now called me that, I can see your zeal, your strength. But you know what? Take this. Let me help you. That goes a long way in politics. You know that? So it's not left to me when I'm there to now think, what can I do to compensate Mr. T? That is my own personal opinion. Not that I'm bringing my constituency fund to Mr. T, that Mr. T, take, go and bring out.
Clarification,
Mr. T, I know you're well educated. Your IQ is on point. You're very good. You can give speech to people. You know what, Mr. T, go and work on this project for me. And you're coming to Nigeria. I will give you £20,000 for a week for this project. I will cover what you're supposed to make in a month for a week for you. You will be so happy to come. And after the project, you know what you will do? You will look at me and smile. And you will tell me, RMD, I'm proud of you. Because you know what? You will give them everything they need. You will give them the service, speaking to them. You will come with brochure. You will give people, we will have workshops. That's like showing appreciation. It's not that maybe I will not call you, Mr. T, I'm there now, Baba. I need account. Let's wire all these constituency money. That's wrong. That's the old cabals way. But the young youth, our mindset right now is, even though if you help us, we are ready to show back, guys. Thank you. But you will come and work for our constituency. You will be part of the dream. Not part of the looter, but part of the dream. So I've answered the two questions.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just clarification, and you did extremely well.
Thank you.
Okay, so one of the other questions is still on the youth protests. Obviously, you're a youth leader. You speak for your constituency. You represent them. Was it, in your own opinion, again, this is in your own opinion, do you think it was wrong that the protesters, they chose, or do you think it was wrong, or do you think it limited the level of achievement that they could have had? I mean, we know it had a global, it had global impact, put it that way, and it made the government sit up, and they changed structures, and they deployed, they cancelled, and they re-established. But do you think if if the protest had a specific recognized, because you talked about structure in your last comments that you made.
Yeah.
Do you think if they had a proper leadership structure that was visible and that represented them and that could have negotiated on their behalf throughout that process, do you think they might have achieved more and prevented ultimately some of the madness that happened at the end?
You see, remember I said, kudos to Nigerian youth. They did well.
Yeah, you did.
Assuming they allow that kind of thinking that we need a leader to lead this protest, they will have failed woefully.
And why do you say so?
So they did fine. You remember Shewure went there? I'll tell you, yeah, that's what I'm doing. You remember Shewure went there? I watched the video. They told him that go back home. We don't need you to come and act as if you are our leader. Go back home. We need you on social media. Go and do your work on social media. They chased him away. Assuming they agreed on having one leader to lead that protest, you know what will have happened now? The leader is either in prison right now, or is dead, or is kidnapped, or the cabals paid him off and tell his people to keep quiet. One of these four things would have happened.
100%. Because it's precedents.
So it's better the way they don't have leaders. Who do you want to talk to? When you come to this one, they tell you to go away. We don't have leaders. We are fighting for one cause. You go talk to this one, they're telling you we are fighting for one cause. That means it was a lovely and wonderful protest. I love it the way they don't even have any leader. Nobody can hijack. Assuming they have a leader, somebody will have hijacked that protest and be like, I'm the leader. We now create a platform and start telling them 2023, I'll be the governor. This is our new party. You will follow me. And that will just be waste all their effort. But you know one thing? Everything they did is not a waste. Let's keep watching. Nigeria used to see the result of all the
reason I asked was the same reason I asked the same question last week. Was when there's no leadership and you've placed demand on government and government says, okay, let's negotiate. Who are the people who are going to be spokespeople on your behalf? Who are the people, in your own words again, who are going to checkmate all the things that the government say they will do? Who are going to, because the government can't speak to everybody. If there were protests going on, apart from the north, there were protests going on virtually in every other part of Nigeria. The government can't physically send representatives out. I mean, they can through the governor, but they, in a case where you're channeling all your energy into one common cause, you would want an answer from one
everywhere.
From one specific place, and the government couldn't do that because there wasn't no visible leadership.
Because nobody to speak to. I understand.
So, do you still think that was a disadvantage to the protest, even with all that it achieved? Do you still think it was a form of disadvantage to them? Coming from someone like you, who's I don't want to say it, because
a youth leader in my local
government, and you're representing a whole lot of youths
on
the
local government.
Yeah. Do you still think that? Because imagine, okay, let's even put it in a small perspective, in a stately perspective. If Sanwo-Olu wanted to speak to people from your LGA, apart from him just coming to maybe one open space, and then addressing everyone, but he needs to be communicating to you on a regular basis, to get something established. It would only be wise that they put your local government residents, put someone forward, by faith, and say, okay, we put a little bit of trust in RMD. RMD, go and speak on our behalf. But if all of them are saying, we don't want RMD, we don't want Ario, we don't want nobody, we just want you to be speaking to us directly, how many things would Sanwo-Olu be able to, as a governor who's dealing with many other parts of the state as well? So I was just thinking, in my own perspective, that fact that there was no leadership, there was no specific. Yes, we know they could have been compromised, and they could have been and you made some very valid points. They could have been dead, compromised, in jail, or justice in action. But it was still necessary for protests of that magnitude for people to, and that's why we had people who were speaking different languages. As you said, Showore went there, Davido went there, Fowles took a horn of one, what's his name? What's the guy's name in the north? Flavor, and what's the other one?
What's it called?
I keep forgetting the guy's name. The skinny guy. not
went
the
out as well.
the skinny guy. There's another skinny guy who's very popular in the North, a musician. And
Idris
Wizkid.
Abdulkarim.
No, I can't even remember his name. Someone would tell me. I can remember. He's very slim, but he's from the North. And then obviously, Wizkid took hold of the one hair, and I just felt like if the youth could have come together. I mean, just like the platform where the money was being contributed to female or something females, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
As they took hold of that side, everything flowed towards there. If the youth had taken certain people, even if it was from the key representatives, maybe Files, I don't know, Davido, whoever, and just say, you know, even if they didn't want Sharia, okay, you guys be the face, as you said, you're the face of Oshodi, be the face of this protest, and someone prominent that can't easily go missing. Because if you're just taking anyone, that person could have gone missing clearly. But nobody's going to take Davido or Wizkid or Fars and just put them missing in action. So, do you agree that to an extent it was a disadvantage, or would you still think otherwise?
I understand what you're trying to say right now. You see, at the beginning of the protest, the way they don't even have a leader is good. But after maybe 2, 3, 4 days, the whole world starts speaking about it. Then they're supposed to come together to have at least maybe 3 to 5 representatives from each state.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, there's no way the governor or the government official will want to address or speak to the youth without representative. They cannot go to Oshodi, Agege, Sango, Yanopaja, Lekki, Ikorodu to start speaking one by one. It's not possible. In a kind of way, the advantage of having leader would have helped in a kind of way. But the beginning of the protest, they don't actually need no leader. That's the reason why the protest was able to spread.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So after maybe 1, 2 weeks, they're supposed to have a leader to be their mouthpiece and be feeding them back, okay, this is what we're doing next, this is what we're doing, and we all agree, okay, let's negotiate with the governor, let's negotiate with Nigerian president. So in a kind of way, I agree with you as well.
Okay, so do you also think that the response from the government, even though there was no leader, was adequate in dealing with the demands and sort of trying to bring the protest to an end?
The response, I believe, that we get from the governor and from the Nigerian president, nothing to talk about, to be honest. It was rubbish. Imagine when the president of Nigeria came out, when people started saying, we want Buhari to give speech, we want Buhari to give speech. He came out, he gave you the 12-minute recorded broadcast, and people start calling each other that, are they going to show another one? Somebody even went on Governor Sanwo-Olu's Twitter and asked him that, sorry, can you interpret what our president said earlier? You know what he replied with? I don't even understand myself. So that tells you that these cabal, these people, they just want to say what they want to say. So the response we received from the governor, from Nigerian government, it wasn't encouraging at all. When the protest started, and it was getting hotter day by day, the president supposed to summon all the House of Assembly, House of Rep, governors, Senate, everybody, that go back to your grassroots and speak to your people. Imagine in that same Lekki, Azumi Gbajami and Mila traveled down back to Lagos. Senator Remi Tinubu back to Lagos. that Desmond Elliott back to same place. The chair and people that you can see as leaders there. Trust me, people will listen to them. But they ignore the strength of the youth. They overlook what the youth can do. They commonize what the youth can do. And that's exactly what results to what happened. My own advice and opinion then, President, just phone call. Hello. You go back to your grassroots, because grassroots is the first language of politics. Go back to your grassroots and sort your youth. Then things will have been sorted before the shooting and everything. So I'll be honest with you, the response we received from the Nigerian government, it wasn't encouraging at all.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly read. Yeah, sorry, I hear you. I was just going to quickly read one comment. It said the 5 for 5 was the. I wasn't reading the comment before. I'm just looking at some of them now. So the 5 for 5 was the first point of action. There was one voice. There was one voice with that, and needed no leader. I think that's what she said. Needed no leader for the government to respond. So yeah, so the 5 for 5 was the first point of action. There was one voice with that, and they needed no leader for that, for the government to respond. But what I was trying to say was, even if the government was supposed to respond to that, as Honorable RMD said, was people, for it to be visible, for it to be, oh, okay, he's gone. For it, hopefully he will come back in. I think he cut off. For that to be visible, for that to be, you know, how to say it's measurable, it's actionable. You would have to have someone. You'd have to have at least a panel of people who are checking it, because without a panel of people who are checking that, it's impossible for what you might think it's okay. What you might think, okay, yeah, he's met the 5 for 5. Another person might think, okay, no, they haven't. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, that. So he's back here. Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for him to come back on. Sorry, guys, I wasn't actually reading the Sorry, guys, I wasn't. Yeah, we lost you for a minute. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a network.
Yeah. Okay. There's quite a number of comments here, but I wasn't reading it for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah. But yeah. So I think what one of the Funk, maybe you could see it on your side, yeah, she was just saying that the government they gave the 5 for 5, and the government didn't. The protesters didn't need a leader for the government to respond to the 5 for 5. And I'm saying, if you put an application, or if you put a request in, a petition in, by the time they want to respond to your petition, they can't respond to the whole crowd at one go, you know. And even if they do, the whole crowd are not in the position to say, yes, the government has covered it, because there's going to be division amongst the crowd. Some people will say, oh no, he hasn't completed. Number 4, Lele, number 5, you know, the standards the standards are not going to correlate with each other. But if there's a set of leadership that say, okay, we agree, as RMD said, okay, Governor Feba Misoro, okay, Motiso, okay, Governor. And then RMD will do all the questioning. And when RMD is satisfied with the questioning of what he's asked the governor, he said, okay, Elaine, I can carry this back to my constituency, my people, and explain to them that, okay, but you know, if there's no intermediary like an RMD involved who's representing his LGA, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be chaos. So for me, my own personal opinion, I'm not saying, you know, it's not set on stone. I just thought, I think it's a disadvantage.
Like I said, beginning of the protest, it was amazing the way they didn't even have any representative.
But after a while,
that's the reason why the protest spread out nationwide. And after that, maybe after a week, they're supposed to have representatives. Because there's
Okay.
no way you want the government to listen to you. You will have people that will represent you to take your message direct straight to the government and to receive feedback.
Yeah, but again, one of the comments, one of our guys, we know him, Abe Governor, we all know him. I salute, sir. Yeah, yeah. And
He's actually contesting 2023 as well.
Exactly, he's a political thing. Maybe we'll bring you on the show next. So. But he's saying, in Abe's words here in the comment, he's saying the youth ain't united. You know, that's probably why, and partly I would agree, because even though we're fighting for one common cause, it doesn't mean there's unity in you know, in everything that we're trying to do to get to that cause. You know, yes, we know that's our common goal, but you know, we've all got divisive ideas, which is so important. Why there should have been a set of leaders that could pass, you know, rules down, that could say, okay, let's filter this out, you know, and let's package it properly and deliver it. Okay, governor Disoro, president Disoro, Kilo so does it meet our things right? Let's bring it back. But I don't, you know, I don't know much. I'm just giving my own opinion.
You see, when there's a riot, when there's a protest, things happen in a kind of way that nobody will be able to control.
That's true.
Before the protest, assuming they had a meeting and agreed that, listen, we are going to have representatives, and these are the people that will be our mouthpiece to speak to the governor, to speak to the government whenever they're ready for negotiation. That would have helped. Other hand, like I said as well, the way they don't even have anybody to represent them actually helped that protest. That's the reason why nobody can call them and be like, okay, it's enough now. We're calling it off. Remember, this Kaba, they have everything it takes to buy any representative. They have everything it takes to arrest any representative. They have everything it takes to kill any representative. But I will continue to say, Nigerian youth, they did well, wonderful job. So I will never blame them for anything. Everything they did was wonderful and fantastic from the beginning to the end. And we are still on the course. Till 2023, we must change that government.
So staying on the course, the panel of inquiry, do you think they're going to deliver?
When I saw the panel of inquiry, I started laughing. How can you be the accuser and you be the judge? You will be the prosecutor, and you will be the same solicitor. Who does that?
Well, in fairness to Sanwo-Olu, he's not actually sitting on the panel, even though he set it up.
Who set up the panel?
He did.
He did. So end of case.
I don't know the process of them choosing the representatives in there, but I know it might have been him, but I don't know how.
If it's the one that set up the panel, I'm still telling you, I don't think there will be good judgment. Up to now, they're telling me that they haven't seen the camera, or there's no enough evidence on social media. It's not enough to tell them that this is exactly what happened. So pertaining to the setup of the panel, I don't think I'm really happy with it. But let's see how it goes anyway.
So again, Abe was saying, Abe was saying it's impossible for them to deliver, obviously, and he set some precedents about how it happened. But as you clearly said, let's see, they're independent observers in there. So, you know, we could only hope.
See how it goes.
And then again, the the NBA has got, you know, the NBA has full, they're on ground, they have full hands, you know, on deck to support victims.
I believe it won't be more than a month before we see the ends of the result.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. I love Nigeria, my country. Let's see the game they want to play.
So, okay. So, all that being said, then we come to that part where they said, okay, they've now set up SWAT.
Yeah.
What's your take on this SWAT thing?
The same problem we have with this cabal is the same problem we have with some police people in our country. People are crying. People are dying. Protests ongoing. Complaining about the same thing. And they continue, the killing still continue. So the next thing the IG of police respond back with was, oh, they've changed to SWAT. Less than 48 hours. That was wrong. Even though you want to create SWAT, at least give them a couple of weeks. Let the people know that you are really sorry for everything that has happened, because as the leader, you have to be responsible to take the blame of everything that happened. Come out first. Let people see that, yes, you are now ready to set up a panel in the police force to prosecute all the bad ones, all the ones that have done it wrong in the police force. Let people start seeing, okay, yes, bring your complaint and set up agenda. Let people know that there's going to be SWAT. Let there be a website for people to reach. Give out pamphlet and flyer, numbers of these are the people that you can reach out to. If any police call you or harass you, reach out to us as soon as possible. Set up emergency team to look into things. Then let people see that, yes, people are getting right judgment. Police officer that you've done something maybe 10 years ago, people complain and there's proof and evidence. Let them come for you, come and face the new panel. And tell me after that, if you tell them that he's even bringing OPC, not even SARS, people will love it and approve it. That's the reason why I didn't even agree with that SARS. When I heard SARS, I started laughing. I watched 3 videos 2 days ago, some SARS in northern part doing Chinese, singing, dancing in Nigeria, my country.
Okay,
15 years ago, 20 years ago, Nigerian police in the whole world, you know how they used to rate Nigerian police? Back in the days, Nigerian police, they called them to go to war, to support the army to go to war. Back in the days. Can you call any Nigerian police now to come and fight common OPC, talk less of going to war? No, it's because of the present administration. They're not even looking after the police. Have you seen the Nigerian police barracks? Do you know how much they're getting paid? Look at SWAT. No. Look into all these things, all these problems. Let people see that as the IG of police, you are actually working. You are doing, you can come back and do your best. Call it any name. Then we will support you. People will even give you those awards we follow.
Okay, but again, isn't it that you 5 for 5, you requested that they dismantle SARS. We said to you we're dismantling SARS. Yeah, SARS, as you rightly said at the start of the conversation, they're tackling certain things. Yes, they might be, some of them might be doing it wrong, but you've said you've used one brush to paint the whole SARS. Not you, but you know, just the people has used one brush to paint the whole SARS because of the bad eggs in the SARS.
Because remember, I said we have the good ones among them. We have the good SARS.
But isn't it that once we've dismantled this SARS as the IG of police, isn't it that once we've dismantled this SARS, the void is still left there? We have to put another thing in place to tackle the job or the crime that SARS was doing anyway. So how long do we have before you know, we've dismantled you, and then there's void. We only have 400,000 police officers in Nigeria anyway, so we can't, you know, move another set to be covering up for the SARS thing. So isn't it that we have to immediately like set up a new unit, a tactical unit, so that as soon as possible we could put them in place to be tackling the job of the one that we dismantled?
Okay, you see, my own advice is this: the meaning of SARS is Special Anti-Robbery Squad, right? And we have different sectors in the police force. We actually have the police unit that can actually go after, that can actually do what SARS are doing. We have the IRT. You see these IRT people, those are the ones that go after the kidnappers. IRT, most of IRT, they were actually under what's it called, the SARS section before. Some of them moved to IRT. You want to crap SARS? Fine. People don't even want that name anymore. Good. Like I said earlier, the IG supposed to come out. Firstly, apologize to Nigerian citizens. Let them know that, listen, we are really sorry. All the DPO, all the IGs, apologize to Nigerian youth, Nigerian citizens, that we are sorry for all the atrocity that has been done by the bad ones in the police force. Remember, we have the good ones. Then set up a panel. You don't even need government to start teaching you. Set up a panel and start looking into what has happened many years ago. And let people start seeing that they are getting judgment. And set up another panel that will request for compensation. Once you set up the panel for compensation, it's not the police that will pay. The compensation goes, the bills go to the government. That is when you will see some rep or House or Senate will pass that bill. That there must be some allocation going for the people that have experienced police brutality because of this new panel set up by the IG of police. Once people see that they are getting judgment and they are getting compensation, come on, people will show love back to police. Remember, they always say police are our friends back in the days. But if they can set up this kind of panel to show compensation and to put police in place, make them face the judgment of what they've done, the remaining police officer will sit right. And after setting this panel, set up another panel that will look into police force, all their entitlements, what belongs to them. They should start getting it. As a police officer, they can't boast of 20,000 naira. And you see one boy coming driving Lambo, and you have the opportunity to rob him and go. That spirit will come inside the police officer. Why? Because of the present administration, because of the situation of that country. So a lot of panel need to be set up and look into. Fight for the people.
But this is what Nigerians do now. They just set up committee. Nothing ever happens out of the committee.
That's what I'm saying. All this rubbish committee they've been setting up is how to push money together and start sending it out. And after 4 years, you hear this one EFCC is waiting for you. This one EFCC is looking for you. Because the money allocated for all these projects, they put it in their account.
Okay, let me ask one quick question, because it's been coming up in the comment for a minute. Is Abby that's been actually, and I think he's making a lot of sense in what he's saying. He is making sense in what he's saying. Not that I think he's making, he's making sense. See, he's painting this picture that the Nigerian youths, you know, there's a part in the scripture that says a house divided amongst itself cannot stand. Yeah, it's impossible for it to stand.
Divided house cannot even win a war.
There you go. And he's painting this picture that there's, okay, before the picture he's painting, we understand that Nigeria in itself is divided along geographical and ethnic lines. You know, we have the north, we have the south, we have the southeast. Igbo will say, I'm not Igbo. I mean, Delta will say, I'm not Igbo.
Yeah,
you know that. So we're divided along geographical lines. We're divided against mindset. We're divided against culture. In all areas. The idea is that we're fighting for this common goal of change as youths. But our mindset is not really changing, and we have a major division in our ethnic mindset, our cultural and ethnicity mindset, which prevents us from being unified. So it prevents the Yoruba and the Hausa to unify, the Igbo and the Hausa to unify, because of those massive cultural divisions that we have, which is what he's saying, that even as youths, we're still not unified. So it's impossible for us to fight a unified cause, because amongst ourselves as youth, we're still divided. The North is divided from the South. Okay, so you have the Arewa youths, you have the other ones there. You know, how do you think? First of all, do you agree with his narrative? And then secondly, how do you think we could begin to, you know, have that conversation to change mindsets in the right manner, you know, where we would our thoughts will supersede our cultural beliefs and limitations?
Okay. You see, my advice is this. You remember I sang that song, Parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. To become leaders and to take over is not hard. But if there is no unity, Nigerian youth will just be wasting their time. We must come together and forget about our background and have common goal. That yes, we are fighting for the future of this country. We are the leaders of today, not tomorrow. Forget about your Hausa, your Yoruba, your Igbo. The reason why we are coming together is to reform Nigeria as youth, as one. Then we will achieve everything we want to achieve. But I find it funny that youth of nowadays, this one we envy this one that, oh, he's going for governor. So you think me too, I can't be governor. Instead of that, you to put aside his ego and support that person's vision. You understand? Those are the same youth that will go behind and be leaking his secret, talking about him, trying to paint him bad so that people will not support him. So those are the things that need to stop. If the youth of Nigeria knows that, yes, we want to get there and change things around.
Okay, but what are the conversations we need to start having with ourselves to override that mindset?
Yeah, the conversation we need to start having with ourselves is simple as ABC. Unity. All we need is unity. Forget about where you're from. And let's start supporting each other for one reason. And the reason is we want Nigeria to change. We want Nigeria great again. That's the reason why we need unity. Because I don't speak Hausa, and you, all my friends, are speaking Hausa, doesn't mean they should be talking about me that, yo, this guy, we're not going to support him. They should try and speak English, common language that everybody speaks, you understand? And support each other. So we have to start speaking that language among ourselves. This politics goes a long way before you win all the things that needs to be done. The youth are talking about new party, new party, new party. I pray by God's grace that new party will work, but they still have a lot of work to do. They're still going to start fighting for who is the leader, who will be chairman, who will take over, this one will come and eat our money. Or they have to change that mindset and focus and unite for the same goal and cause. So that's what we need to be speaking about.
Yes, sir. Just a few more questions, I will be done. Well done, Baba.
No problem.
Well Nigerians in the diaspora, obviously, there's youths amongst us as well. You know, at least 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40. So, all youths. What's the conversations we could start having with ourselves? Obviously, because the reason I've asked is you're the best person to ask, because when you started your political ambition, you wasn't in Nigeria, you were actually in London, and you started operating from London, and then took your ambition back to Nigeria to start making this change. So what's the kind of conversation we could start having with ourselves as Nigerians in the diaspora, even the ones that go home regularly like us, you know, that
the
conversation that we should start having from now on?
The conversation we should start having from now on is this. The war 2023 is another opportunity.
Okay.
2023 is like Monday in a few days' time. That's how I see 2023. That's the reason why I've been working so hard towards 2023. What we need to be talking about right now, the conversation we should be having right now in diaspora, even back home in Nigeria, is this. Why is the reason why we need change? We have to know the reason why first. Which everybody know the reason why we need change. Because we are tired of the old cabals. The whole thing is just circulating. After that, then we should start thinking of who are we going to support? Who can we trust? Because you see, come 2023 election is going to be about candidates. It's going to be about candidate, not party. So our conversation right now should be, who are we going to support? Who can we trust? Who will actually go there and deliver and serve the constituency and serve the people? Not acting as if now I'm the leader, yeah, I'm the elected rep, I'm the elected assembly, I'm not the leader. No, those are the conversations we should start having. And after that, we should start thinking and checkmating on platform and structure. For example, if I'm not a politician and I'm looking at Abe governor that, oh, this guy is my friend, you know. 2023 want to go. Okay, what can I do to support Abe in 2023? Okay, I'll give him 500 caps as souvenir. From now to 2023, I can actually save my money to get the 500 caps ready. You know, that's like 2-3 years time. That caps, sending it to him with prayer that, my guy, I'm supporting you with this. I believe in you. I know you've been trying. Even if I be having at the back of his mind before that, that will ginger him, it will encourage him more to keep going. Because politics is not child's play. So those should be our conversations from now. Let's start thinking as if 2023 is in 2 days' time. What is our problem? We know it already. What should be the solution? We know it already. Who can we trust? And if you know you don't even have all these things, it's not hard. 2023, get yourself ready and know that you want to do what? You want to go there and vote. And if you cannot vote, be praying. And be speaking to your family member back there that, listen, this candidate in that local government, that's the person you should vote for. We want this change. Because politics is about numbers. And there's no idea that is waste in politics.
Excellent.
So
okay, brilliant.
Our conversation from now.
Brilliant. Talk. Let me just pull you on one or two things there. Platforms. You're saying platforms.
Platform and structure.
Yeah, platform and structure. But I just want to stay on platforms for a minute. And it's still with regards to us in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Social media is a big platform for us, and it's obviously as youths, you know, for even contestants and participants in 2023 and current ones, social media becomes a big platform to reach out to people, to the people.
Yeah.
What is, number one, how important is it, and what is your take on this current? So 3 questions actually. How important is it? What is your take on the current social media bill that's being pushed through? And if it does succeed, what are the implications onto any aspirants hope for 2023 when that platform has been pulled off underneath their foot, or as the carpet's been pulled underneath their feet?
Yeah, firstly, the first question, you see, social media is a wonderful platform, a wonderful means of getting across to people, even people that are not from your constituency. They can see what you're doing. Number one, it's encouraged other people to embark on the journey of politics. At the same time, it helps some people, it motivates them to think of, what can I do? Like last election, there's a friend of mine who was actually online. I don't know if he's still online. They call him the law. He just sent me DM from nowhere. Oh, RNG. I was like, oh, bro, how are you? I'm sorry, I've been. He said, no, don't worry. I love what you're doing. Please send me your account. I was like, why? He said, don't worry. The guy sent me 250K. That day, I actually need that money that day. As soon as he sent that money, 250K to me, I was going to a constituency meeting that day. I spent the whole money that day, and I was so happy. Giving to people, giving to this, giving to the boys, giving to the youth. Because in my constituency, whenever I'm out, I'll have more than 100 boys. Standards. That, yes, honorable is here. You understand? So, assuming I don't even have any platform on social media, you will not even see all my antecedents. You won't even see anything I'm doing. Even if he heard about it, just be like, he's a joker. But he saw everything, and he was moved. These are the advantages of social media. You understand? And you see the people that are saying that they want to pass the bill, I see them as clowns. The people that want to pass the bill in Nigeria that they should ban social media, this and that, there should be social media bill. It will never work. It will never work anyway. I see them as clowns, as jokers. The same platform that worked for you lot in 2015 when they brought Buhari, that Buhari is a saint. The same platform they used to Photoshop and pack people a lot, that the whole stadium was packed of people. That was the same platform you guys used. The same platform they used to paint Goodluck Jonathan as the devil, showing the dead bodies of people from the northern parts, that Boko Haram has killed everybody. The same social media. Now they are saying the social media is bad. That's why this guy, there's more Elliot. No, I can never read that guy anymore. The same platform you use, and you even came online and said this social media helps you. That's the same platform you're saying they should regulate it. You see how people forget things so quick. My dad used to tell me something. Feed human being for 400 years. He will forget you for 4 days. Feed a dog for 4 days. He will remember you for
400 years.
And that's true. These same people forgot about what social media has done in their lives. All the money they're making now is through social media. Now they want to repeat. It will never work anyway. And should in case, because Nigeria, my country, anything can happen.
I love that one. I love that one.
Should in case they pass the bill, it will affect them too, because I believe 2023 they will leave office and that bill will come for them. Should in case they pass the bill and they approve it from the House, my advice for the youth is please don't go against the rule. It's only for 2 years. We will change the rule come 2023. I will be part of the people that will pass the bill in the House, that this rule, we must look into it and cancel it by God's grace. So, but should in case they pass the rule before 2023, people should be careful and stay guided. Don't let this government use you as scapegoat, because they know right now the bullet the youth of Nigeria are using right now is social media. It works for them, but they don't want the youth to use it right now, which we will continue to use it till 2023 by God's grace. Yeah. So that's my take on the
perfect point to dock on my next question. Social media, it exposed palliatives. What's your take on that? Without social media, we would have never known about all these warehouses.
You see, year 2020, in a great country called Nigeria, we still have people stealing what belongs to the people. Food. Governor Jindomi.
Official birthday party, Nico Jindomi.
No, that one, our topic is for another day. She even had the guts to come online and be saying the youth are very useless. They don't have manners. I schooled in London. Hey, when I schooled in London, there was riot. People don't have job in London. I think she have mental problem. When she schooled in London, I don't even believe she schooled in London anyway. Oh my God. Governor stealing Indomie that belongs to people. That tells you that governor himself is a thief.
Okay.
And poverty is affecting the governor. How can you find what belongs to the people in common people's house? What's palliative doing in Robert's Palace?
So actually, Ave was saying those palliatives that were found were private ones, the ones that the organizations and companies donated. Where is the government? So the government ones?
You see the one the government donated, yeah? I'll use Ibadan as case study. All the rice and everything they sent to Ibadan, Governor Seyi Makinde rejected everything.
He rejected.
He rejected everything because it was poisoned. He was, oh yeah, Governor Seyi Makinde rejected all the food they brought to Ibadan. He gave out from his pocket. That's working governor. That's governor that is working. And few governors as well, they did the same thing. You see all this palliative that we start seeing in people's house. No, it's so shameful. What caused you from sending this thing out? COVID-19 from March. And this is October. It was October when they discovered it. How many months? March to October? Is that not 7 months? When I saw one of the warehouse, I asked the person that has the key to this warehouse, is he going to sell all this Indomie to Aboki in heaven? I don't understand. Somebody sent me one video, was 3 days ago, that they find palliative Indomie selling it in Peckham. Who are we to blame? The government.
No, I'm sure the regulators of the market won't allow that to happen in London. They won't allow that to happen.
So you see, concerning the palliative, no, I don't even know what to say about it. But my advice is this: the government should change. What belongs to the people, give it to the people. It's only 4 years. After 4 years, you will step down. What are we going to say about you? If you pass away today, what are people going to say about your children? They keep forgetting that their children is there. Their children are there. If they go, their children will still be there. They are not going anywhere. People will go for their children. A guy sent one video. He said, begin. They warn you. No come out for protest. And when no fit touch Papa, go touch you. If your Papa be politician, no come out during protest. And when no fit touch Papa, go touch you. That tells you the youth are not happy. They will come for them. So they should change their thinking on palliative. Anything they send to them, they should give it to the people. The people are hungry.
Okay. Excellent. Just a few more and we're ready to round it up. It's actually been like 2.5 hours. You've been fantastic, RM.
2.5 hours. Oh
yeah,
maybe 10 minutes.
We started at 6 and it just seemed like you've been really, really good. What is how could Nigerian youths leverage off of this current situation, like where we have so in wrestling they say you've body slammed someone. Yes. It doesn't mean that the ref you've pinned him down completely. It's only that you've body slammed him and now you've taken the wind out of him. So chances are, if you do some more acrobatics, you could lie on him, and the referee can come and count 1, 2, 3,
2, 3, yeah.
And so where we are now. My own perspective is that we've body slammed the government, and the thing is, if we don't do what we have to do at the right time, the government will recover. There's been instances where you body slam, and then maybe you want to now give another elbow. The guy will just dodge it and recover and pin you down back. So how could we, as youths, leverage off of this current situation where we are, It's not just so that it's not just swept under
So
the
that all
carpet.
the protests will not be in vain. I get
Yeah,
what you're
but
saying.
those are the best words to put it in, so
Okay.
that the whole protest won't be in vain.
My advice for the youth is not too much. I've said it before. 2023 is around the corner. Remember during that protest, the song everybody was singing then was, "We are waiting for you 2023." Remember? So for the protest not to go in vain, and for this song not to go in vain, we should go and team up. Start working on the word structure and platform. My own political party is the kind of party that always gives this youth structure and platform. I can only speak for my own political party. For all these things not to go in vain, the youth need to team up right now and start getting ready for that 2023. So that the souls that we lost at Lucky Tollgate will be proud of us when we get there and we change everything they actually died for. Because if we forget everything right now and forget about the riot, go back to our normal life, come 2023, we don't show interest in voting, and this cabal still continue, that means all efforts will be in vain. So my advice still remains the same thing. Go back to drawing board. Let the youth start coming together as one voice. Great change. Not the fake change we got 2015. Great change. Not the next level they brought 2019. Real next level.
Okay, but let me quickly pull you on two things, and then I'm going to try and reply to Abby. But I'm going to quickly pull you on two things. So they say power is not given, is always taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the person, so the person who you want to take power from, he's never going to give it to you straight away. So in as much as we're looking at 2023, do we as youths have the proper apparatus in motions so that we can achieve all we want to achieve? Because there are going to be obstacles in the way. The government is going to be resistant to any youth coming. You know, they're going to be the same way they were resistant to Showore and Feladu, Toye, and all those rebels. You know, the government is going to be resistant, and in fairness to the government, they have the power to push that resistance to the max. Yeah. And that led me into what I wanted to say to Abe. Say, in terms of we agitating for that change and moving into that platform, moving to that stage where we want to get to, lives will be lost. You know, there's no way that any form of change is not going to be painful. True. You know? May the souls of those lost rest in peace. Even the Nigeria that we're living in today, lives were lost for it. You know, the people who fought for our independence, I mean, we had the Awolowos, the Kutis, the Tafa Balewas, and what's his name, Wachuku also. But apart from those four figureheads who are founding fathers, a lot of people lost their lives for the Nigeria that we're even experiencing half decency in today. So, what exactly do you think we could do when that form of resistance comes? Which is why what Abe said again is very important in terms of unity. You know, we have to stand unified, because if we can't let them divide us, you know, in terms of our cultural and our ethnic lines, then we're super glued together properly as one unit. But in terms of how they would attack the youths from trying, your politician, and as a young person, you at the start of the conversation, you clearly said, you won your seat in the house, but they put certain apparatus in place that denied you of that winning, and you're only one person. So there's, even though you have your political godfathers, but there's only a little thing that you could do to fight the government, the ruling party in place. So as youths who are going to fight incumbents in 2023, what is the sort of powers that we need to be galvanizing ourselves with? Because we know, I know your error. Yeah, because I know
you see, I love that question. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. Yeah? 2023, the youth cannot win the presidency.
Okay.
Now, let's be real.
Okay.
Governor, possible. Reps, possible, 100%. Assembly, possible. You see, Nigeria is a great country that is built on a platform. And this cabal, they know the ins and outs of the platform. They know all the loot. Oh. For now, my own advice for the youth, maybe after 2023, we can be talking about the presidency. We can be speaking about the presidency. Yes, 2017, yes, this is the person we want. Then maybe we will have maybe 60% of youth in the House of Reps, in the Senate. We cannot speak in one language. This is the person we want as the next president. And it will happen. But for now, how many youth do we even have in the House of Reps or in the Senate right now? So we should forget about presidency. But we are ready to support any candidate that will believe that is ready to change Nigeria, to bring the change, and put the youth first in his agenda. You see all this power of cabal that they will face the youth. That one, you will always find it in politics. That's the reason why from now, their mindset, you remember I said anybody that want to embark on this journey now, should have the mindset of, Daddy, I'm going on a 5-day journey. Keep praying for me. If I'm back, I'm back. And if I'm back again, I'm back. That should be their mindset. Nothing will happen to any Nigerian youth. They will never die. Anybody that wants to embark on the journey of politics, nothing will happen to them. So I don't want them to have it at the back of their mind that, oh, politics is scary. No. Everything in life is scary, is risk.
100%.
So my advice is this. To take it, yes, it's possible. But we have to take the step. If we don't take the step, that means we are not ready. Hi, Honorable Lumuyiwa Owadera, I'm telling you today, if they call me now that Richie, 2023, we are giving you Lagos State Governor ticket, I'm telling you, I will come out fully. I have the strategy. I will come out fully. I will use social media. Oh my God. I will use everything I have. That tells you the spirit in me, how ready I am. And that's the same spirit I've been putting in many youths that, listen, we can do this thing. We can do it. Forget about them. This one will come and tell you, my father is this, my father is this. Enough of that. I want my own children to be saying as well, my father is on. You understand? Sorry, let me just switch off that for a bit.
So yeah, Richie has gone really in depth, but yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
One
Yeah.
of my
Your people are calling you. It's Friday night. So say,
No, it's one of my business partners that even called me.
Okay.
So the youth should believe in themselves. We can do it. Enough of Baba Sokwe, or this is the governor's son, or this is the Senate's. No, it's our time. You change your mindset. Let people be talking about that's honorable. So. Forget about your age. You're 30, you're 40. Yeah. Enough of my dad said, or this is my dad. Do you know who I am? And this, shut up. Who are you? Let people speak about you. That's our young honorable. No, he's the son of. Come on. They don't have children. Are we going to sit like this? And this cabal will bring their children again 2023 and put them in places? Never. It will never work. So the youth should wake up and stand up right now for their right. Unite and let's go out there. the children of the rich or the Kaba, we welcome them as well. They are children as well. They've done nothing bad. I wish them well. They should come as well. We should do it together and make Nigeria a great place for everybody. So that's my own take on that.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I mean, this has just been so insightful and so broad, and I really want to thank you. But if anyone should choose to want to know more about you, where can they find information about you and about
on my platform, which is on my Instagram, Honorable R&D, and on Facebook as well. I'm really active on Facebook, Honorable R&D on Facebook as well. You will get more of me. You will see more of my work. Yeah, in one word, you will see more of my work on Facebook. And our next project for Lagos State is we call it, basically next year we're going to have a lot of projects by God's grace. We're having a lot of projects because I had a meeting with my team yesterday, Honorable Eniko, which everybody call him SSG, and with my friend Mal. We're having a lot of projects next year. It's going to be fantastic and amazing. My own personal project right now that I'm working on, I'm doing a proposal, working on it right now, is giving out 5,000 jams to 5,000 students in Nigeria. No, sorry, in Lagos State. Let me be precise. In Lagos State. We have 20 local governments, so we're going to distribute it. So even though if anybody is hearing this right now as a politician and want to steal it to go and do it, I will be so happy. It's my dream. Go and do it. It's money that you will spend. The grace and glory will still come to me and go to God as well. So that's our next project on R&D Foundation. Most of R&D Foundation work is on Facebook as well. So that's my next project, giving 5,000 jams to 5,000 students in Lagos. We're going to distribute it around the 20 local government. We're working on that, and I believe God will help us.
Amen. But if anybody wanted to fund or support your project, where could they contact you?
They can contact me on my social media, my my Instagram, my Facebook. They can be part of the project. They can support the project.
Okay.
So that we will get to where we're going together by God's grace.
Excellent. And then, yeah. What can I say? That's RMD, honorable. Do you know, the funniest thing is, I was looking for people who, and I'll say this, is right here. I was looking for people on Monday, because I normally just do my request on Monday, so I give people enough time. If you agree, I give people enough time throughout the week, so you could prep yourself. I'll send you the questions. So I was looking, I was like, who can I speak to? And I'm thinking, something just said, boy.
RMD is there.
And I really see my hand. If I point like this is RMD's house.
I really appreciate you calling me. Seriously. I was so happy when you called. And even though all the questions you sent to my email, I just jot everything down. I've been lazy since then. I actually went through everything this afternoon and I jot out my point. Then I was like, do I even need it? It's
you
politics.
Don't need it now.
Let's go there and talk it. It's politics now. It's
yes,
in the system. It's in the blood. So I really appreciate you giving me the platform to speak to our people back home.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Demola is saying hello. Demo.
Who's that?
Demola from Kano State, my friend.
Okay. I came in late now. Don't worry. It's going to be on RMD's page. It's going to be on my page, and then it's going to be on YouTube. I'm going to put all the links there. Facebook, both on our pages. We also even share a page together. So it will be on all the pages, all the platforms, and then the ones that Facebook allow, I actually promote as well with £10. You know, I just put £10 and I promote it, so it just goes out to But that's not down to me. That's if Facebook looks at the video and say, okay, you can go. So I've had some that they blatantly refuse that we're not promoting. So there you go. So I really want to thank you.
I pray they promote it.
Yeah, amen. We'll promote it. We'll do it this night. Once we finish the thing, we'll do it. It's unedited. We don't cut nothing out. If there's mistake, there's mistake. If there's we as it is, we just frame it and we send it to them. Say, oh yeah, go on song. So I really want to thank RMD for sparing 2.5 hours of his honorable time to
thank you so much.
Talk to us. I mean, again, our prayer is that, you know, we're able to pursue change, you know, and attain change. So we're pursuing it, and we get it, and we make it happen. And the only way we could make it happen is to use the tools in our hands. You know, as R&D said, he contested, they rigged him out. Many people contested, rigged them out. So the tool is no more in your hand. But
well, it's just the foundation. You keep going.
Exactly. One of the tools that is in our hands, though, is our skills, our human resources, our social media platforms, you know, the ability to connect, you know, and why not use it? Gone are the days where it should just be for, you know, joyous things. It's got to be for impactful things. We've grown past, we want to be showing our wealth on social media. The wealth that we need to be showing on social media now is our brains. You know, that's the wealth that, you know, I would support to any stage, because anything else is just nonsense, to be honest. So the whole idea of this show is that we could be getting like-minded people who are making changes, like RMD, Abe Governor, and all the likes of them onto this platform, share ideas, brainstorming. Because the truth is, even without coming on social media, if we meet in a beer parlor or club, this is what we talk about. Do you understand? So if we could talk about it when we're not on a, you know, between ourselves, why not talk about it where we could also make impacts to many other people as well? We could share ideas, our ideas could bounce off each other, and people who, you know, are not privy to those conversations could start the thinking process. Because it's when I hear you say one thing that I can say, this thing, it makes sense, or let me start, you know, and that's the whole idea. So once again, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank everyone who stayed from beginning to the end.
Thank you so much, people that stayed and
Sly was online. I know Sly was online. So and a few other people. Sake was online.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And then
Aja Gania, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Governor, you are next. We're bringing you here next.
Yes, now. Yes, now. So
my advice for people back home as well, please stay safe. Corona is real. Stay safe. And I wish every one of us a wonderful Christmas. I know I'm still going to be here before Christmas, but I'm just wishing us a wonderful Christmas. The remaining days in this year, we will spend it in the goodness of God, in joy, and the protection of God will not depart from us. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Honorable RMD representing Oshodi, Solo Federal Constituency.
Yes.
Thank you.
That title will change in 2023. Don't worry. Nice one, Mama. All the best, guys. Thanks. Bless. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Peace.